Hi, this is the Granny V Square Part 2. It's not really much to Part 2 because there's only one more round to go and then it's your border. Um, so we're now on round 4. So you will chain 3 like so. And then you will go straight into the top of this chain like so. Through 2. Through 2. Like that. And then you will do it again into the top. So you will do this 4 times. So as you can see, I've done it once, twice, and then you'll have 2 more to do, which is this one and then the last one. I don't know if you saw where I put that, but I'll do it again slowly. It goes in that one there. Through 2, through 2. Sorry, let me just get some of my wool. And then you will do then 2 treble crochets into the corner. I'll show you that again a bit slower. So you would go into the gap, grab the yarn, pull it through. So you've got 3, grab the yarn, pull it through the first 2, grab the yarn, pull it through the last 2, and then you would chain 2 and just pull it around a bit so it looks like it's straight with the others, as you can see. And then you will do 2 treble crochets after you've chained your 2 into that same corner space. And then you will go across the top 11. It'll be 11 of those. So if I just take that out a second and drop that, I can show you. Then it will be in the top of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the final one will go in this top one here. So I'll just show you again. So it'll be grab your yarn there into that stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2, and again into the next one, which will be this one, through 2, oh sorry, through to make 3, and then through your 2 and through your 2. And as I say, it's the same all the way around. And if you count your stitches, you should then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So then you'll end up with 15 stitches all the way from one corner to the other. So you just keep going along. Like so. Until you get to the end. You can either count them, you can count them afterwards, but I think you'll find that you'll do the very last one, which is this one, and then there's no more to do apart from your corner space. So then you would just yarn over into the corner, through 2, through 2, and then again into the corner, go through 2 and through 2. Then you would chain your 2, 1, 2, and then 2 into the corner, into that same space again, to create yet another corner. But this is your last round. Oops, oh dear, made a mistake there. Look, I've got a knot in my hook. So you just pull it out, regain, and then just do it again. I'm not going to edit it out because it just lets you see that everybody does make mistakes. So you just continue all the way around into the top of each of the 11 of these chains, and you will see it goes in to the top right there underneath that V. So if you carry on as before, 1 into the top of each of the chains, and then 2 into the corner, 2 treble crochets, chain 2, 2 treble crochets, and then you would go back down the same way all the way across. So I'm going to do it to this end, and then I'm going to pause it, finish off, because then I'm going to show you how to fasten off and join your next colour. Because the point is, the border is to help it stand out. Now, you don't necessarily have to use another colour, but I don't find that it hurts, really. There we go. Oops, sorry, I'm getting knotted up with my yarn. I pull my yarn out. Right, there we go. And then into the last one, and then you will do 2 into this corner, and then again into that space, through 2, chain your 2, and then another 2 into that corner space, like that. Right, so I'm just going to pause it. I will be back in a second to show you the rest. Right, so now I'm back. You've just got this last bit to do. I've done all the way to the end. You would just go into the top of this chain space, like that, pull it through, and pull it through that one. And then what you will do is you will grab the yarn again and bring it through, pull it right through like that, and then we're going to cut it. Now, I don't recommend that anybody uses a crafts knife, but I'm going to use my craft knife. I would recommend using scissors, but I, as usual, cannot find mine. And then you just pull it through, which creates a knot. So then you just pull it tight, and there you have your square. Now, don't worry about your long piece, because we are actually going to fasten that in as we go along. So I'm just going to use a purple. It's just the first colour I'm coming across. You can use any colours you want to go together. I am just going to use purple. And it says to fasten it off into any corner space. So what you can do is, what I normally do is I do this and hold, I just do this and hold the wool like this. Or you could even do a slip knot like this. But then take it back off your hook, put your hook into the work, put your hook onto the end of the work, but tighten it onto the hook, pull in the longest one. And then you grab your yarn and you bring it, make sure you hook it round so that you're bringing it through like that. I'll show you that again. Or you could just put your hook through, grab your yarn, pull it through, and you could even just tie. I'll just show you really, just tie a bit of a knot. But I do obviously know how to do this. And then what you would do is you would grab your yarn, put your hook into the corner space, just grab it, but you're going around the outside and you're grabbing it to pull it through. And there you have your slip knot. So I'll just show you that one more time. You would just, all you have to do is just hold this down against your work like that. It might be a bit fiddly, but once you've got that through there, that is your slip knot. So then you could just tighten it up, and then you will chain 1, 2. Now we're only chaining 2 because we're just doing a double crochet this time, so this is going to be an easier one. I've just got a bit of a pause there because I'm just looking at my pattern. So what we're going to do is, I think this is a half treble. I'm not quite sure because it's been a long time since I've done this pattern, but it does say a double crochet. So a double crochet would be to push it through the first one, bring it through, and bring it through both like that. But for some reason it's saying to pull through all 3. So I'm not quite sure, because it's saying pulling through all 3, but there isn't actually 3 to pull through, unless it's one of those, which would be you would grab your yarn like that as though you're going to do a treble, and then you go through. So yeah, that's it, right. So it's not a double. I could have wrote down the American terms. The American terms for a triple is actually a double. So let me just start this again, because I'm not quite happy with how that's gone, but I need to be quite quick because this video is going to end up being so long. So that's 1, that's 2. So what you would do here is you would grab your yarn, put your hook through your V, but make sure the dangly end is over the top of the hook. So you're going to sew that in, and you would come through. So you've got 3, and then you would grab your yarn and come through all 3 of those chains. So I'll show you that again a bit slower. So you would go through the chain, but I'm just holding that at the back so it gets sewn in, and you would come through to have 3, but you would go through all 3 like that. I'll show you that again. So grab the yarn through your gap, pull through, and then grab your yarn and pull through all 3. You can actually, if you find it easier, do 1 at a time, but as long as you're coming through all those, you could do 2 and then come through the last one like that. So I'll show you get that again. You grab your yarn as though you're going to do a treble crochet, and you bring it through so that there's 3, but you don't continue with that. You pull it through all 3 on the hook, and then you're going to do that all the way around like that. Oops, like so. making sure you hold that bit in the back, but we've sewn that in some, so I can just cut that off. But this is just an example anyway. So we then you go into the next one and you do 3, and you continue going through all of those until you get to the corner space. So let me just do this one. This may seem a bit tricky. So you go into the one where the knot is, and then you go through all 3. I'll show you that one again because I want to do this one and let you see that I'm holding this end bit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, no, wait a minute, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've just got to make sure I'm going into the right space. So I think that would be there. And then you just come through all 3. And again, the same, you'll see the top of the chain. So you yarn around hook and go into the top of that one. I'm sorry, the lighting is not very good now. It is getting dark outside, and I've got pants lighting in here, but through all 3. And as you can see, I'm working the green piece in. I'm working it into the back so that then I don't have to sew in any pieces right at the end. I'm sorry about this camera work. I'm not doing very well with this, but... And then you go through all 3 till you get to the corner space. And then the corner space is pretty much the same. It will be a half treble. I'm hoping it's a half treble. I am going to have to relook at the video because I have got the pattern wrote down, but it's a pattern that I've wrote for it's a pattern that I wrote a long time ago. I wrote it out and I'm struggling for it to make any sense with me at the moment. But as you can see, that then becomes your granny square. So then when you get to the corner, you can still carry on working that ending just at the back, look, as you can see it's underneath the hook. And then I'm going to do another half treble, which is, I will show you again, it's easy peasy. It's as though you're doing a treble, but you stop halfway. So you grab the yarn, you put it through the end space and grab your yarn to make 3, as though you was going to do a treble. And then you grab them and pull them through all 3 like that. Chain 2 for your corner space. I'll show you that one again. So you go in as though you was going to do a treble, and then you go through all 3 loops on the hook, and then continue the same all the way down back along there, doing as though you was going to do a treble, and then bring them through all 3. And then I'll do it again. You go into your V, just make it a bit zoomed in there, and then we go through all 3 on that hook. I'll do that again. Into there, into your chain, and you've got 3 on your hook. I'm going to grab them and bring them through all 3. So keep doing that really. You keep going. All through all 3 every single time. There's nothing different. So I'm just going to quicken it along a little bit. Not for very much, but just a little bit. Because I reckon you'd be able to do this now. It's going to be really easy for you to do now. You go into each chain space at the top. not in between the chains. Oh, I've made a mistake there, look. I'm just going to have to take that out. See, even sometimes I do make mistakes as well. So, and then it goes through all three. And there we go. You keep going. I have to remember that I'm recording, you see, so I'm not terribly not used to this camera work. And it's just slipped again. There we go. So now you can see that it's starting to take shape. So you just carry on all the way to there. Remember, you do a double, a treble, sorry, a half treble into the corner, chain 2, half treble. I'm just going to pause this a little minute and then I'm going to come back and show you more towards this end here. All right. Right, I've got to almost to the end. I'm just going to show you the last few. So it would be underneath, through all three. Grab your yarn, underneath, pull through, make 3 hoops, pull through all 3 hoops on that hook. And again, all 3. Oh, sorry about this camera work. And then in the end, you would go once, and then through all 3. Oops. Sorry, my wool's misbehaving. You've already got one on that side. So you would do another one on that side. Through all 3. Then you would chain your 2. And then you're going to do just one more on this side through all 3. And you can just do them one at a time if it's easier. And then the top of that round, what you did before, is there. So you would slip stitch into there. If it's gonna let me, you'd push that into there, bring it through, and then bring it through that same loop. And there you have your V granny square. Please put some comments in the comments box. Let me know if you like this video, if you don't like this video, if it's helpful, if it's not. And I will be back with the next video that I'm asked to upload. Bye for now.